On today's episode, I have David Stevens of Countervail. He is joining me today. Really interesting company. We're going to be discussing some of their technology. Countervail is a vibration canceling technology that significantly improves performance without compromising structure using their patented fiber reinforcement. So I guess to sum it up, if your product is already a composite material or you want it to be, Countervail, their company can easily integrate this technology into any of your application, any product or application that you have. We're going to be highlighting some of the industries that they're involved with. David, thank you so much for spending some time with me on the show today.
I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
I want to get into hearing about your background and also the background of the company. Let's start with yourself first.
Well, I have a background in acoustics, mainly in loudspeakers. I started working for a Danish loudspeaker, pretty famous manufacturer called Vifa and Scanspeak back in 1995. We manufactured transducers, tweeters, woofers, that kind of thing for some of the biggest companies in the world, JBL and Audio Research and Dunleavy, Duntech, Teal Audio. I then transferred on and got into more of the manufacturing side of the complete systems, working with the likes of JBL and Dynaudio and et cetera. So I've been in the acoustics business for a very long time and dealing with noise and vibration issues all along. I kind of ran across Countervail in that business. A client of mine had recommended Countervail on a horn concept that he was working on. And when he explained it to me, I just couldn't believe what he was saying. You know, there's this composite material that dissipates energy. And I said, okay, I don't think you really understand what it does. So I ended up going to Greenville, South Carolina and meeting with Countervail and became just obsessed with, trying to, work with this material and find new avenues for it because it does work so incredibly well.
I mean, it's fascinating. I've seen, and we're going to feature some videos here in a second to highlight the technology. But my understanding is this technology can be applied, or this material can be applied to existing composite materials to make the acoustics even better.
Yeah, and it's not even so much the acoustics that we're really focused on. It's the energy or the vibration of the material. So at our core, it's an advanced material engineered to provide unparalleled vibration control, not so much noise control. From vibration, you get noise. The material is a composite, so it has minimal effect to mass. It has very minimal effect to stiffness, but it works like a constrained layer, but in a very advanced way.
Now, to give an example, I'm going to pull up. This is what we call the Bianchi video. What is the significance of this?
We call it the Bianchi ping pong video. So, what we're going to see is a traditional carbon fiber frame with energy induced to it. And then we're going to see a Countervail frame with energy induced to it. And the ping pong ball is reacting to the energy in the frame, just like your body would be reacting to the frame as you're riding across cobblestones or a rough surface. You can see the energy that's generated and how that would affect you. And then you'll see what happens when you use Countervail. And this is a very minimal amount of Countervail in that frame.
All right. Let's pull this up and see.
Here's the traditional frame. Same energy input.
Yeah, both on a on a carbon frame.
Yes. Yep. Same exact frame. The only difference here is a little bit of countervail in the second frame, and you can see what it does.
Yeah. That is fascinating. So I know
Yeah.
some of the industries, and we're going to highlight here in a second some of the applications. Sporting goods. I know, you're involved in the like tennis rackets, hockey sticks.
Yes.
There's other applications out there, I'm sure.
Oh, field hockey, archery, sport fishing, anything that has a composite structure to it,
Mhm.
in sporting goods that has energy with it. The tennis rackets are probably the most notable because of the medical research study that was done by Wilson. But it really has a great effect on any type of sporting goods. It would work so well in baseball bats. It would
Yeah.
work so well in pickleball. It would, anything that has reductive energy like that, it would work very well in.
I still play tennis. I don't play as much as I used to, but I used to be a huge tennis player. And
Yep.
reducing the amount of reducing the amount of vibration in that racket is big for anybody that plays that is involved in the game.
Yep.
The last thing they want is that energy to to be transferred to their wrist.
Oh, for sure. And it's all of those sports have a risk to bone or joint injury because of
Right.
that energy coming back into it. And
Yeah.
what we've been trying to approach is like baseball manufacturers, especially for young players, having a baseball bat or a pickleball racket or uh, a racket like that. If you could reduce that energy, you could reduce sports risks,
Mhm.
or sports injuries. And that's where I think this material would just be so well used in so many different racket sports: badminton, tennis, racquetball, pickleball. If you're hitting a ball with something, you should be hitting it with countervail.